All right, let's get right into it. If you've ever wondered how to break into one of the most exciting and, let's be honest, future-proof careers in tech, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're laying out the step-by-step roadmap to becoming a machine learning engineer. So let's pull back the curtain and map out this journey, starting with something you probably use every single day.
Seriously, think about it for a second. You finish a series and bam, right there on your screen is another recommendation that feels like it was picked just for you. Is it some kind of magic? A really, really lucky guess? Or, is there something a little more powerful going on here?
Well, the answer, of course, is machine learning. It's the engine humming away behind so many things we take for granted. It's not just Netflix suggesting your next binge watch. It's Google Maps predicting the fastest way home, dodging traffic you didn't even know was there. It's even that simple, amazing thing of keeping junk out of your email inbox. It's not magic. It's just really, really smart, data-driven intelligence.
So who are the people behind all of this? That's the machine learning engineer. Think of them as the architects of these intelligent systems. They're the ones who actually build and train the models that chew through mountains of data to make these incredibly accurate automatic predictions. Now, as you can probably guess, a career path this important comes with some pretty awesome rewards. So let's talk about why you might want to start this journey. And yeah, let's start with the numbers that usually get people's attention first.
Right out of the gate, even as a fresher with maybe a year of experience under your belt, you're looking at a super strong starting point. In the Indian market, for example, a typical starting salary is somewhere between 6 and 12 lakhs per year. I mean, that's a fantastic foundation to start building your career on. But here's where it gets really exciting. The growth is fast. With just 2 to 5 years of experience, that salary can more than double, jumping into the 12 to 25 lakhs range. That kind of rapid financial growth so early in your career is just incredible. And then, when you get to the senior level, say with 5+ years of experience, the potential is huge. We're talking salaries that start at 25 lakhs and go way, way beyond 50 lakhs. And remember, that's just one example. At top tech companies around the world, these numbers can climb even higher. But look, it's not just about the money, right? This is a massively high-demand field. ML is changing everything from healthcare and finance to how we shop online. This is the tech that's making self-driving cars a reality. And because the demand is global, it opens up some amazing opportunities for remote work too. Okay, so you're probably motivated. The potential is crystal clear. But the big question is, how do you actually get there? What's the plan? Well, let's lay out the entire roadmap, step by step, to take you from knowing nothing to getting hired. And here it is, your 6-step learning journey. You have to start with a solid foundation, master a programming language, and honestly, Python is the one you need, and get solid with the foundational math. Then, you build on top of that with data analysis and a deep dive into machine learning algorithms. After that, you can get into the really cool stuff like deep learning. And then comes the last step. And I cannot stress this enough, the most important step of all. You have to build projects. Let's just pause on this for a second, because this is, without a doubt, the single most critical piece of advice here. Knowing the theory is great, it's necessary, but without a portfolio of actual projects to show what you can do, landing a job is going to be nearly impossible. Projects are where you prove you can do the work. So, what should you build? Well, the good news is you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Start with some of the classics that really show off your skills. Build a house price predictor, a spam email classifier. Maybe try something with computer vision, like a face mask detector. Or, hey, you could even try to build your own version of that Netflix recommendation system. Of course, to build all these cool projects and really walk the walk, you're going to need the right toolkit. So let's quickly break down the essential skills and the specific technologies that you'll need to get comfortable with. Think of this as your tech stack. For programming, it's Python, hands down. For slicing and dicing data, you'll be using Pandas, NumPy, and Matplotlib all the time. For your core machine learning tasks, scikit-learn is your best friend. And when you're ready for deep learning, you'll be working with the industry giants, TensorFlow and PyTorch. So, the big question, how long does this all take? Look, if you're dedicated and you're putting in consistent effort, a realistic timeline to go from a total beginner to being job ready is somewhere in the ballpark of 8 to 12 months. It's definitely a marathon, not a sprint, but it's an achievable one. All right, we've covered the why and the how. But before you dive in head first, there's one last really crucial question we need to ask. Is this career actually the right fit for you?
Let's take an honest, balanced look. You really have to weigh both sides of the coin here. On the one hand, the advantages are amazing. That high salary, working on groundbreaking tech, global opportunities, building cool stuff. But on the other hand, you have the challenges. It does require strong math skills, there's a steep learning curve, and you never stop learning. Plus, it's a competitive field. You've got to be ready for both.
So, at the end of the day, it really boils down to this. If you genuinely enjoy coding, if you love wrestling with complex problems until you find a solution, and if the idea of working with math doesn't scare you away, then you've got the core ingredients to have a really successful and fulfilling career here.
And there you have it. That's the roadmap. The path is clear, the rewards are there, and the impact you could have is just enormous. So the only real question left is the one right there on your screen. Are you ready to start building the future?